Hi guys, I'm just trying to find myself, if you hold on a second. My channel. Switch my sound off. And here I am. Just waiting for the lovely Deja. Hi hun. Hi Robbins. Right, what we're doing today is making a journal. I've already prepped up my thingy board with red line tape and the centerpiece as well. So I've done those. I've also prepped up my what do you call it, spine, my binding, and we're going to be using this paper. Yeah, this is a satin ribbon that we're going to be using. So I'm going to make a start. So I'm going to have this as my outside cover. Sorry about the colour, guys. Let me see if I can do anything about the lighting. Hold on a second. I don't know if that's going to make it any better or any worse. But yeah, so what I need to do now is arrange these of a fashion like so, and then start ripping off backing paper. Very satisfying. Sorry there's no music, but I don't want other people getting money for my videos, so don't see why I should put music on when they're going to claim the copyright on it, when it's just hippie music anyway, as Deja calls it. Take this one off as well. Yeah, the papers are beautiful. I got them from Etsy. Etsy's brilliant for paper downloads. I'll get this in the right place. And this one. And this is good because you'll get to see the process of how I make a journal. Normally I would use wet glue, but because of time constraints, I'm using red line tape, which is just as good as wet glue, to be honest. It's really, really strong stuff. And I love it. What I don't love is all these bits of red stuff afterwards. I'll get that lined up. And hopefully I've got that somewhere in the middle, yeah. My phone is actually on silent, but it keeps vibrating, which is shocking because I turned the vibrate off as well, which is really, really annoying me. So I'm going to pop red line tape all along these edges here. Right up to the edge. And right up to the edge on this side. And then just, the trick is to smooth it down. To make sure it's completely bonded to the paper. So yeah. If any of you want to craft along with me, you're quite welcome. Although I'm doing this quickly because this is the boring bit. And I just need to get a different size tape. Hold on a second. I've got a different size tape for the smaller areas because there was no way that bit was going to fit on there. So I've got a smaller size that I can fit to this. It really does need to come right up to the edge. Hi Debbie. Right, so now I'm going to do these side pieces. And this side. There we are. And now I can get my scissors and I can cut the corners. Get rid of those pieces. I didn't squash that one down. Just make sure that's well and truly fixated onto there. And then I can start peeling back. Really push that in. And then bend it over like so. And give it a good firm squish. And the other side. Pull that right over. Squish it right down. Where do you buy the tape from? I buy mine from Create and Craft in bulk. But you can get it from Every Craft's a Pound. I think Every Craft's a Pound do it in 50 rolls. But the best value I've found is Create and Craft, I have to say. You get a big bag of all the sizes. So pull that over really tight as you can get it, and then start sticking it down and give it a really good and then from this side it's not quite adhered onto there. Try from this side. And pull that right over really hard and start sticking it from the center out. And then push it down. And really do give it a good press because you don't want it coming undone. Yeah, I like to make stuff from scratch because, well, it shows you've made an effort, you know. I think I've got that dead on in the middle there as well. So I've got that right in the center, which is really nice. So now I need to cut down a piece for the center and 2 pieces for the sides. And I happen to know these are 6 by 8. So if I pop that to one side for 1 minute, get my paper trimmer out. I need to cut off the white bit. And then I need to turn that over. And it needs to be 5 3/4 inches. And then I need to take the white bit off of this end. Coming from there, that also needs to be 5 3/4 inches. Need to take the white off of the here. And then this needs to be 7 3/4 inches. So that's one side. So your sides need to be 7 3/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. So I'll just do the same again with this. Take away the white edge. And then go 7 3/4 inches. That's my two. And then this is the center. So I need to take that away. And this needs to be 7 3/4 inches. But I really want that in the middle. So if I go about there, and then 7 3/4 inches. It's not quite going to be in the middle, but it's thereabouts. Right, the next thing I need to do is pop my ribbon on. So my ribbon needs to be long enough to tie. And it is beautiful satin ribbon. I'm just going to put a length of this along the centre here. Excuse my head getting in the way, guys. Then I can get that ribbon stuck down nicely. Make sure that I get the shiny side down. And then I get it equal on both ends. To give that a really good going over. And that one. And in the centre there. Now I can pop my centre one on. Now for this I will be using wet glue. Which is laborious, but it needs must. Because it has to be able to grip onto the paper itself. Taking care to get to all of those edges. And turn that over, middle it up. And it gives you wiggle room as well. When you use wet glue, it gives you wiggle room. Just in case you don't get something quite straight, you can wiggle it about a bit, and it gives you that little bit extra time to be able to get things right. Now spread that glue around, because that's really, really important. And now it's time for me to stick my binding, which I've already made. And because I've got that in the centre, I'll show you now. Mark my centre line, so I know where those are. And I've actually got that dead on in the centre, which I'm really surprised about, so that's great. So now I can wet glue this. And this is the part of the making a journal that I love, is the basic construction. I absolutely love this part. I don't know why, it's just something about the serenity of it. I mean, normally I would be doing this on my own in the quiet, with YouTube playing in the background, my favourite art channels or whatever, just listening away and crafting away. And so yeah, it's quite nerve-wracking doing this live in case I get it wrong. If I'm yabbering away too much, it's because I'm nervous. Right, now we try and get that spot on in the centre and try and get it straight. Spread that glue around in between each of the signatures. If you could all smash that like button, I'd really appreciate it as well. So I've got two beautiful roses here, and I sort of managed to get them the same. So they'll now go either side, which will hide that this nastiness here. So again, with the wet glue, all around the edges. Put a good amount on there, because you really do want it to stick, because it's going to help hold your binding in place as well. Everything helps everything else, basically. So And we'll get that stuck down. Oh, nearly did it the wrong way up. Actually, which way is the right way? Let's have a look. That's the right way. I nearly did it upside down, guys. I nearly messed up. Right. So line it up with this here so that it's seamless. Is that a good press? Oh, thank you, Debbie. I really appreciate that, my love. It's comments like that that keep me going. And I really do want to make sure all of those corners and all of those edges have got plenty of glue on them all over. Right, now for the next side. So again with the edges, get that glue spread about as much as you can. Now the next live will be starting to do the pages after we've done this cover. The next live will be starting the pages. And I'll show you how to make the pages and how I attach the pages. That'll be for the next live, obviously. Get these lined up, centralized. That's done beautifully. All of these edges done. You really want to make it so that this book is going to last for years and years and years without falling apart. And then all we've got left to do now on the inside is to put the red line tape on each one of these signature holders. Or binds, rather. Page binds. Ready for our pages to take. I really can't impress on how good this tape on paper really is. It's absolutely fantastic. And it comes in all sizes, right down to 3mm. It goes all the way up to, I think, 3 inches is the biggest that they do. That's that one. And we need to turn it around and do the other side. Got to have tape on both sides. And I think in the next live I will show you how I do my binding as well. I did the binding ready for quickness, but I didn't actually think about the fact that you guys might want to see how that's made. So I will show you in the next live how I do my invisible binding. Because by the time the pages are on, you won't actually see this binding at all. And then, as with all the others, just go right across and give it a good press. I'll do it again before the pages go on, but just to be sure, give it a really, really good press. And now I'm ready for the corners to go on. So if I just find my corners, if I can. Give me 2 seconds, guys, while I try and find my corners. Here we are. So I have, oh dear, I've only got 4 corners left. I better order some more. So these are special corner plates. And they look like this. And they're going to go on every corner like so. So I need to get my pliers. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Right. Now then, inside each corner plate, you want to put a line of glue. Just to reinforce. I mean, make sure that that corner plate is not going anywhere. It protects your journal corners, obviously, from fraying and from splitting. We'll do the next one. Now, I'm obviously doing this super fast, so you can take a lot more time and effort over this. I'm so used to doing journals now that it comes as second nature, so you'll be able to take a lot more time and just wipe away any excess glue immediately. And if you're like me, you wipe it on your clothes. I have actually got a cloth here I could use, but so. Hi, Jacqueline. Pop this corner on. And then the very last corner. Just make sure there's no glue on the inside. Take our bung folder and just re-establish those score marks in the center. And then we have a journal cover. So there's your journal cover. And that is the lesson for today. Tomorrow when I come on live, we'll start doing the pages. And once we've done the pages, we will decorate the cover. So it'll be pages first, and we'll do it page by page. And this will be a series, and I hope you all enjoy it. So yeah, that's basically how you make a journal. So the journal cover. So if you want to go back, watch the whole thing and do that, you can. I will actually show you also tomorrow how to make this binding also, because I think it's only fair that you know how to do that as well in conjunction with today. So yeah, that's the journal all done, the cover all done, and I will catch you all guys tomorrow. Thank you ever so much for coming and for watching, and for having the patience, and I'll catch you all later. So goodbye for now, and thank you Deja for moderating. Thank you Crafty Robin for moderating for the last month for me. It will now be somebody else's turn. And yeah, so I look forward to tomorrow. Take care guys. Bye now.